Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in the Risoux Forest. Right, we're definitely not going to be able to go with the bigger stuff. Or that one. We've got the option of going with that one for 100,000, which will get us 7,600 per month. Or this one, which gets us 5,640 per month. I think we do get more if we put these, but I think also, though, I think the numbers have been slightly adjusted. I think there has been some slight adjustment in the numbers, which does kind of like change things a little bit. Or we've got the generator options over here. Now, I don't really want to put the American-style houses in at the moment. That 100,000 only gets us 1,200 a month, which is quite a significant difference. So probably won't be using those very much. The commercial units, though, you wouldn't expect to get as much from a commercial unit. You definitely wouldn't. 90 grand, that's only getting me... if I go with the 100,000... Where's the 100,000? Is there one for 100,000? There's 110. 110,000 there gets me 2,400 per month. And if I go to these... I can find them again. Really wish these weren't under decoration. If I go to these, that's 5,640. So I get more from those. But what I'm thinking is... yeah, although I get more, I should have a limit on the number of those that I can actually put in before I have to start putting other stuff in. I mean, at the moment, we've just got a small village, so you wouldn't expect to get a load of other things going in. You wouldn't expect to have masses and masses of different, what he calls, industrial buildings going in if you're building a whole lot, if you just got a small village. But I think I'm going to have a bit of a limit to the number of houses and that I can have before I have to put in some industrial ground. And we need to have gardens out the back. I haven't done any of that either. So I think what we will do is we will make space for... we've got 60... I've got 120. I don't think I'm going to have enough room here, enough money to be able to do two, because I'm going to need to do a level platform for having the two houses. So I don't think I've got enough money to be able to do that. But what we will do to start with is we will remove a load of trees. Now, I do need to just check on the map. Farmland. Okay, we got plenty of room here. I can go back through and I can clear enough space to be able to do this. But we're going to have to clear a number of these trees. So I'm not so concerned with these about having the... like, these at the back, I don't want to clear a load of those. But I'm not too worried about these trees here. I guess maybe that one that I just cleared from there we could have left behind. We'll take a few of these out at the moment, and we can have 4 houses in a line here, except that the 2 houses I'm going to put in now, I'm going to have a lower platform. We're going to level it off down here, and the 2 houses will be next to each other on it. The new foundation for them is going to be lower down. That tree, and... let's leave it there for a minute. I don't want to get carried away on this. We don't want to overdo it with that. I can come in here, go to construction, landscaping. We're on sculpting first. So we want this bit here where we're leveling stuff out. So I'm going to bring that one in like that. And I'm going to do the leveling from about that point. So I'm going to start there. And I think that's going to be right, because that's going to force this area here out. You know what? I'm actually thinking that that's wrong. We need to have they're going to have to be slightly separate, and we're going to have to build each platform for each house individually. I don't want too big an area here for this, so that's got to just kind of like do that. Let me zoom in a little bit, and I'll just make that a little bit bigger. Right, that's better. At least we've got free landscaping. There is that going in our favour with this. Because otherwise this would be costing us a fortune. So that can come down like that. And I'll just lift this to about that point. Someone said that they had an update on one of the other maps, and a lot of the plants and everything, after the map was updated, a lot of the plants and stuff came back in areas that they'd already done stuff, which was a bit of a nuisance. I can understand that being a bit of a nuisance. So what I need to do here is increase the size of that. Go like this. And then we just want to plonk in a bit of... I'm going to change the shape of that to a circle. And we'll do that. Because what that's going to do is that's going to get rid of the other textures on here for now. Which is what I want to do. So we'll remove the other textures. And then I've got my flat area up there. And then I can go to painting. And for now, I'm going to have that one. So I'll switch to here. And I'll just paint it like that. Paint that in here like that. So I've got a bit of grass up there on the side, which is on asphalt. Because I had that as a bit of a driveway up there. That's fine. I can just go like that. And let's move in down here. I mean, pretty sure that's... Actually, you know what? What we need to do is, before I do anything else, I want to actually put down this next house that I want to build, which is going to be... It's got to be... it's these two 60,000 ones, so I've got no choice. So I'm going to do that one, which is the same as the one that's there already, and that's going to come around like that. So we've got this door here at the front, or this door here at the front. I mean, we can also do it like this, but there's not a lot of window space there, is there? So I think we'll do it that way round. We'll have this as the front door on this one. And that'll go back there. What I don't like about it is the huge area around those houses that it does actually do. And now it's saying I don't have enough money to do the rest. So I need a larger area. That's the downside to these. They're saying 60,000 down there. That's going to level out. That's what it's trying to do. It's wanting to level out that area. This one... I'm going to do that one that way, like that. It's also going to level the area, 63,000. There, and it's done another big chunk back into there. Good gravy. That's the downside to this particular mod, as it does want and demand a very large area around the house. But I mean, we can use this as garden space. That can have a garden out the back, and we can work round this. This is not the end of the world. We can work round this. So we will take, first up, I'll take this one, and I've got this area right here. I'm going to make that slightly bigger, and what we're going to do first is we're going to bring this up. Because I can at least do landscaping right up against these houses. And because I've got free landscaping costs, it's not a problem. So that one there. Right, we're going to bring that up like that. I don't need to do any leveling against that one. This one here, definitely want to do something here, don't we? We need to bring this up a little bit. This is no good at all. Not all the way in like that. We've got a little bit back here that needs to be grassed and redone. It's terrible. Right, that is not great up through there, is it? So, oops. Wrong one. It's a smoothing that we want to do now. We want to smooth this off. So we now want to try and turn this into some sort of bank. You can use that one, but I actually find it's a bit easier for like doing a long bank like this, just to smooth it. for other things that I've been doing. You just bring it out there, and you can make the area bigger like that. And you've got to be careful going too big with the thingy, though. So I'm actually going to want to just lower that down a bit. And we will smooth that. There we go. That's a lot better. We'll bring that through. I've only got 7,000 now, so I'm not going to do very much with the extra bits on the edges of these at the moment. I will at least put a car. I still need to do the gardens on these houses, so we've got a bit more work that we want to do here anyway. Let's do all of the smoothing before I go and start worrying about the plants and that. So I just want to smooth this through here like that, and smooth around the back. We don't want these sharp edges in the terrain. It doesn't look very good. There, bring that back down like that. That's a bit better. That's much better. Much, much better. And also down here on the front. So I want this all smoothed out down here. And then that will also work. We'll go up around the edges over this side. Smooth this bit out. And we've got to put a car here somewhere, and we've got to have our footpath and stuff like that. Or we can do that bit in first. I guess they don't all have to have a car, do they? If we could... Is there a bus service we can use? It's not really much of a bus service out in this part of in this neck of the woods at the moment, is there? We'll go with cars for now. When we've got a slightly bigger town, then they may not necessarily need to worry about it. But I think having a car would be sort of a fairly realistic thing to expect at the moment, because we are in the middle of nowhere. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to have this. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to go with painting. I like to have this texture for the underneath the grass. I mean, they're both good. They are actually both good. Actually, you know what? We're going to have this is going to be lawn. We're going to turn this into lawn. So we will actually do it like this. And quite often, I will go for... So this is going to be a lawn here on this bank. I'm going to come back there like that. I quite often go for the slightly muddy one for a lot of the grass work, where I'm putting grass in, because I think it does actually just sort of lend something to it. It looks slightly better. But this one, I think, is fine like this. And actually... a little bit of that in there is not going to be bad. We could keep some of that. I do want to change that one. Put it in like that. There. Shame I haven't got more of that. I can't paint that in. Like once it's gone, it's gone. So this here, I'll bring that back like that. But this is kind of... I haven't got other flower options, which is a bit disappointing. Like, we are very limited on how we can do trees and so on in here. And I don't like that hugely. But, I mean, we have got that. We can put in a few shrubs here instead. So we can just do it like that. So we've got a few shrubs around the side. And then we've got the grass down this way. So, coming along here, I want to just add more of these. And that's going to sort of be planted over... This is all weeds that we've got out the front at the moment, so we're going to change this to more manicured lawn. I know in real life, manicured lawn is... Well, depends where you are in the world. Some people still want manicured lawns everywhere they go. But they're not actually very good for the environment. It's much better for the environment to have more sort of wild meadow type thing. So I want to put down some of this. Let's pop that one a bit bigger. And I want to do this first. So I'm going to bring this around. And you see where we've got concrete, like right around the edges? That's not looking very good there. And it's underneath the grass. So I'll bring that round. Let's not worry too much about the back. Back end of the building, we don't need to concern ourselves with just yet. And... yeah, we'll just cover this with grass here. Bring that around like that. down here. So this way, I've got that building, but, I mean, we've got this tarmac all the way around here, so we don't really need to worry about anything else on that. So I'm not going to. I'm not going to concern myself with it. There's a little bit of, like, a sharp point on there, which I want to smooth out a bit. So bring that down, and then we will go with painting, and we're going to do the same in through this bit. I'm just going to turn that there into a bit of a lawn. We'll go up through. Plants, bit of grass. And I'll put some grass up through that one. There we go. Right. Houses are done there, just on that bit. So next up, we... I don't know why it does that. Next up, I want to go on to this one, and gravel is going to go off of the gravel path, the gravel road out this way, and then that's kind of be where you go up to park your car. So that one's going to go up like that. It's going to be that angle that you would get up. Yeah, and this one, we'd assume that they would be parking the car in that side, so we'll do a little bit of gravel over there. Here, we're actually going to make that a little bit wider so they can get their car in and out a bit better. And I'm also going to do the same there. Just a little tiny bit more like that. There we go. Next, I want to go to others. It's a shame we don't have a search function. I've got to go through and try and find the cars. I've got so much stuff under the decorative objects. This is just ridiculous. I love how we've got so many different options for things that we can use now. It is brilliant, but at the same time, like, there's a lot of time and effort that goes into just trying to cycle through some of this. I was thinking about one of these places having a lorry, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to give him a little scooter instead. And they're going to have one of them. This place here is going to have one of these. That one's going to go right there because I can't afford to put two of them in. I've only got a little bit. That'll do then for now. We won't do anything else. I've kind of like done everything else that we need to worry about. So we've got those houses with cars. That one's got a little scooter on it. But I've now got 4 of them for our income. So our town is already growing. Our village is growing. Now, those houses are individual. I'm thinking we won't be doing that a lot. I would rather have, like, some of them a little bit in closer together. Might be a bit better. I'm not quite sure how we're going to run this yet. But I think that's looking pretty good. I'm liking this. What I really, really want is a mod that allows us to paint down clumps of just flowers and weeds and stuff like that. Because then I'd really have a lot more options. So if anybody does know of any like that, then please link them to me in the description. That would be absolutely fantastic. Or just tell me where I can go and find them. It would be wonderful. I'll be able to use those for making some more stuff here. Right, I'm going to take a break from recording for a bit. And then when we come back, we will be able to skip the night. And it'll be time to do some more mowing. We've only got the 1,000 euros left. As soon as we're able to, I'm going to want to get a second... The furniture factory, a second furniture factory, is our next main target. That's what we're going to be aiming to get next. Just running around a little bit because I updated the game to 1.4. And when you do that, you get kind of like lag spikes going on, which are a little bit of a jolly nuisance. I had someone put in the comments that they've got 2 sawmills, and the 2 sawmills are running 5 carpentry shops. So we should be able to get at least 2 carpentry shops running off of our 1 sawmill all the way down there, which I think is kind of a good thing. So we'll definitely be aiming to try and get that one built up so that then we can get the second lot running off of it, and then we can worry about a sawmill afterwards. It's just, where am I going to put the thing? Like, kind of want to put it out the back over there, but still that's going to be difficult. We'd have to carve some... We'll have to figure something out. Anyway, It is July right now, and the prices, I think this is the maximum prices right now, which is why I kind of like stopped. Yeah, July right now. 4,200. Furniture is what we really want to sell, which is 6,500 all the way up there. And I can't sell logs. I got nowhere to sell logs on the map because I went and bought the only sawmill, and now I can't sell logs there. So we've got no way of getting rid of the logs unless we, well, see, I don't know if we buy another sawmill, whether or not that will allow us to get rid of the logs. There are some sawmill options, but I don't really know what's going to happen. So there isn't a lot else that we want to do at the moment. In fact, there's nothing else that we want to do at the moment. So we are going to skip the night, and we are going to fast forward on through to August, which is going to, I think, give us more grass cutting possibilities. So we can go and get the grass cut once again. Thinking about getting a mod to, I mean, ooh, 10 grand. And the grass is ready to cut. We're all ready to go with that. So we could just whip straight out and do that without any issue. That's going to get us more silage to sell, and things will go quickly with that. So let's drop you down there like that. Now, mowing is quick, and we're reasonably quick picking up the silages. Well, why is that flashing? Why was that flashing at me? I was getting... there must be a... I don't know. There's something going on there. I don't really know what it is, though. Anyway, we lower that one down. I want a thingy over there, a forage wagon. I want a forage wagon with a really big capacity on it, and this one here is all right, but it only holds 32,000. Like, we want to be able to do more than that. We definitely want to be able to start to increase this and go with higher capacities. I don't really know what we can take. So I've got, well, we're running that mod right there at the moment. I've got that one there by Stevie. That, I think, would be the one that we want to go for. That takes up to 240 cubic meters, which is a fair bit. Plus, he's already gone and added in faster speed, so it does 27,000. We've got the silage additive tank, yes, and then I can increase the working speed all the way up to 37 kilometers an hour, which is absolutely ludicrous. And is there anything else? 44 cubic meters. How do I... Oh, extension right there. So silage additive tank, you got yes for the silage additive tank, and then you put the extension on and you've got 120 cubic meters. And then yes to 120 cubic meters with a silage additive tank. Extension 2 is 240, plus the extra, the tank as well. So that's how that works. Does cost a bit. So it's 118,000, but I do think that we should get that one. I do think that is the beast that we want to be aiming towards, working towards. I think that's going to help us out quite a lot. The mowers that we have right now, these are standard speed mowers though, aren't they? Have I altered these? Oops. I don't want to do that. This is the standard mowers that we had to start with, so they're fairly slow. I'm wondering if we would be better off trying to alter these. Now, I wasn't planning on trying to do 3 cuts per year, so what we could do is just fast forward time a little bit more and get a bit more money coming from rented houses, because now we've got the 4 houses up there. There's going to be extra, Plus, we've also got a bit that we could get from the furniture at the moment. August, the money is starting to drop down. 5,900 in there, but there's still some that we can get. I think that we should do that. Right. How much are these? What's the speed of these mowers? Why are those trees over there going a bit crazy? I think it's because of the update in the game. Like, it's giving us a few little weird glitches in places when I haven't actually been to the area and loaded it yet. And that's what's causing it. See, it's only those over there. Oh, you're still doing it. What are you doing? Is it trying to... I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. If it does it too much, we might just chop down the deciduous trees around here and then not worry about it. It's to do with the seasonal changes. We could always get rid of the seasonal changes. Now, I wanted to have a look in here and customize. Right, so that's got the standard cutting speed on there. And I've done this before where it wouldn't let me upgrade the speed. I will try it. We'll give it a go. So 32 kilometers an hour. So I customize that. Yes. Okay. And then I go to that one. Customize. This one should also be 32. There. Customize. Yes. Okay. Go back and have a look at that one. Right. That's saying working speed 32. But when I did it before, it didn't actually recognize it. This was in a different playthrough. This wasn't in this playthrough, was it? I think it was. But anyway, regardless, it didn't recognize that the working speed had been altered. It refused to acknowledge it in any way, which meant that I was still stuck with the standard working speed. So we might need to go and change this one as well. Let's take a look at that. So we'll unfold everything. We will start everything up and lower everything down. There we go. Right. 32 it should go. No, it's not. It's not going to 32. We've got a decent bit of grass here now. So I think this will be... We'll do this cut with the grass that we've got. Because, well, we can, and, you know, we've got this one here at the moment, but I think after this, we will try and change the mowers out. But that's gonna be for next year, isn't it? Oh, no, look, he's doing it now, he's going 32. Oh, that's much better. That's what we want. The tree is still glitching. That's really weird. I don't know why it's glitching like that. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.